everyone, good morning. This is NJ here. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to view the use of narration. It means direct speech and indirect speech. Let's go through. Guys and girls, Assalamu alaikum. आज हम नरेशन के बारे में जानने की कोशिश करते हैं। ये दो हिस्सों में एक स्पीच है, बोलचाल है, जिसके दो हिस्से होते हैं, जिसमें पहले हिस्से को, पहली स्टेटमेंट को हम डायरेक्ट स्पीच कहते हैं, जो बराह रास्त गुफ्तगू होती है, और दूसरे हिस्से को जो कि हम डायरेक्ट से इनडायरेक्ट में चेंज करते हैं, बिला वास्ता स्पीच कहते हैं। आइए आज नरेशन के जुमलों पर नज़र डालते हैं और इन्हें भरपूर तरीके से अदा करने की कोशिश करते हैं, और इसमें जो चेंजेस हैं प्रोनाउंस की, वर्ड्स की या फिर टेंसेस की, उन्हें भी समझने की और मेमोराइज करने की कोशिश करते हैं। गाइस एंड गर्ल्स, लेट्स हैव अ लुक बिहाइंड ऑन द वाइट बोर्ड. Here you are, guys. You can see the first statement. It's in direct speech. It says, the teacher said, comma, inverted comma start, is the period over. The teacher said, is the period over, commas close, interrogation sign. This is a question, this is a query in which teacher said, मुअल्लिम ने पूछा, is the period over, क्या पीरियड खत्म हो चुका है? So this is the direct statement. We have to change it into indirect speech. So here you see, guys, next is indirect speech. Here you see that the teacher asked, said is converted to asked. The teacher asked, ustad ne पूछा, and now you see here, you can see if. So in such statements, when we change an interrogative query into an affirmative sentence or statement, we remove commas and we put if instead of that. Instead of that, we place if, we write if, and then we continue the next. You see, the period was over. Say again, the teacher asked if the period was over. As you have learned that was is replaced by is, because was is replaced by is because there is a past tense in the outer statement of direct speech that is said. So when we change this direct speech into indirect speech, then accordingly by rules we change the verb form from present to past. Is a present form and was is a past form. So here you see this indirect speech, new formation. The teacher asked if the period was over. उस्ताद ने पूछा आया के पीरियड खत्म हो चुका था. So guys, you see here the next statement. It's in direct speech. It says, I said to him, comma, inverted comma, start, where you were going. I said to him, comma, inverted comma, start, where you were going, commas close and interrogative sign. This is also a question, this is also a query, and we have to change it into indirect speech. Here you see indirect speech is I asked him. Said is converted into asked. I asked him, and where will remain same by rules, and we will write here where instead of commas will be removed, and where will be written here same where. And next you see he had been going, where he had been going, full stop. So you see this new formation, this is a positive statement, this is an affirmative statement. And why he is here? Because you is the second person and by rules it is replaced by him. So the subjective state of him is he. So we will write here he had been going. Had been going. It's a past perfect. Here you see here was a past tense and it will be converted into past from had, was, were and had been. So it will go to had where he had been going. I asked him, मैंने उससे पूछा where he had been going, कि वो कहाँ जा रहा था. So next you see the direct speech statement. Here it says Mr. Faisal said. Mr. Faisal said, commas, inverted commas, said, are you coming to college? Are you coming to college? क्या आप कॉलेज आ रहे हो? Commas close and interrogative sign. This is also a question, simple question, and it's in present tense, present continuous tense. I mean. So say again, Mr. Faisal said. This statement, this part of this statement is in the past, and inside the commas we have a present continuous tense. Are you coming to college? Are you coming to college? Mr. Faisal ने पूछा क्या आप कॉलेज आ रहे हो? Now we have to change this direct statement into indirect statement. Here you see guys, indirect speech is Mr. Faisal asked. Said is converted to asked. Mr. Faisal asked, and now when we change this question, simple question, into indirect speech, the if will take place of commas. Commas will be removed by if. We write here if and make the statement positive, affirmative. If I was coming to college. If I was coming to college. Why I is here? Because you is the second person and second person will be replaced by outer object. So here we assume that object is me. Mr. Faisal asked me. Mr. Faisal ने मुझसे पूछा Are you coming to college? क्या आप कॉलेज आ रहे हो? When we assume me here and rules allow us to do so, then the second person you will be replaced by me, and me is a statement, me is a state of I, first person category, so we will write I here as a subject. So the statement will go on. If I was coming to college, if I was coming to college, आया कि मैं कॉलेज आ रहा था. So we read it as a whole. Mr. Faisal asked, if I was coming to college. Mr. Faisal ने पूछा आया कि मैं कॉलेज आ रहा था. And by rules, was is here. It is the past form of are. As by rules, here you see said is the past tense, so we have to write it the past. So Mr. Faisal asked if I was coming to college. Mr. Faisal ने पूछा आया कि मैं कॉलेज आ रहा था. So guys, here you come up. Third direct speech you see here. Fourth statement is here. It says I said to him, comma, inverted comma start. Are you not at fault? Are you not at fault? I said to him, मैंने उससे कहा क्या तुम गलती पर नहीं हो? This is an interrogative, negative interrogative question. This is a query in negative. So we have to change it, this statement as a whole, into indirect speech. So here you see indirect speech statement is here. I asked him. Said is converted into asked. I asked him, and commas are removed, and if is written here, if will take place of commas. I asked him if he was not at fault. And you see again, you is the second person, and by rules it is to be changed by outer object which is him. So him is a third person, and here its objective, its subjective state is he. So we will write here he if he was not at fault, and is a present form of verb. It will go into the past. So the statement will be like as I asked him if he was not at fault. I asked him if he was not at fault. मैंने उससे पूछा आया कि वो गलती पर नहीं था. आया कि वो गलती पर नहीं था. So guys, let's have a say once again from the start. First direct speech is the teacher said, comma inverted comma stop, is the period over, commas close, interrogative sign, and its changes. The teacher asked if the period was over. The teacher asked if the period was over. And you see next direct speech. I said to him, where you are going. I said to him, where you are going. मैंने उससे पूछा कि वो कहाँ जा रहे थे. And its changes in direct speech you see here. I asked him, मैंने उससे पूछा where he had been going. Where he had been going, कि वो कहाँ जा रहा था. Next you see direct speech statement. Mr. Faisal said, are you coming to college? Mr. Faisal ने पूछा कि आप कॉलेज आ रहे हो. Mr. Faisal said, are you coming to college? And this changes in direct speech. Mr. Faisal asked if I was coming to college. Mr. Faisal asked if I was coming to college. Mr. Faisal ने पूछा आया कि मैं कॉलेज आ रहा था. And last speech is in direct form. It said to him. I said to him. I said to him. Are you not at fault? I said to him. Are you not at fault? मैंने उससे पूछा कि वो गलती पर नहीं है. And its changes. I asked him if he was not at fault. I asked him if he was not at fault. मैंने उससे पूछा कि वो गलती पर नहीं था. Hey you guys, you have to make a practice with these statements of direct speech and indirect speech. You have to memorize the changes of certain words, certain pronouns, and the change of tenses. By memorizing them, I hope you would be able to speak a good narration and you will be successful. Thank you. See you again. Goodbye.